In the vast and treacherous lands of Westeros, where kings rise and fall like the tide, where dragons dance with death and shadows whisper secrets, some figures remain shrouded in mystery. They are the keepers of truths that could shatter kingdoms, the silent players in the great game. Among them, one name echoes with untold significance: Howland Reed, Lord of Greywater Watch. He is a ghost, a legend, a man who holds the key to the most pivotal moment in recent history, yet he has not been seen outside the swamps of the Neck in years. Why has this crucial player remained hidden for so long? What secrets does he guard so fiercely? Today, we journey into the murky depths of the past to uncover the story of the man who knows everything. Our story begins not in the swamps, but at the grandest tourney the Seven Kingdoms had ever seen, the tourney at Harrenhal. It was a year of false spring, a time of hope and splendor. Lords and knights from every corner of the realm gathered to compete for glory. Among them was a small, unassuming crannogman from the Neck, Howland Reed. He was not a jouster, nor a swordsman of great renown. He was a scholar, a mystic, a man more at home with the ancient magics of his people than with the pageantry of the court. And it was here that he was bullied by 3 young squires, only to be saved by a she-wolf, the fierce Lyanna Stark. This act of kindness forged a bond that would alter the course of history. As the tourney continued, a new champion emerged, a figure no one recognized. Clad in ill-fitting armor adorned with a weirwood tree, its face smiling. This mysterious combatant became known as the Knight of the Laughing Tree. This knight challenged and defeated the 3 knights whose squires had tormented Howland Reed, demanding they teach their squires honor as their ransom. The entire realm was captivated. King Aerys II Targaryen, ever paranoid, was convinced the knight was his enemy and sent his son, Prince Rhaegar, to unmask the challenger. But when Rhaegar found the knight, all he discovered was the shield, left hanging from a tree. The knight had vanished. Many believe Lyanna Stark was the Knight of the Laughing Tree, avenging her new friend. But did Rhaegar discover her secret? Did this shared moment of defiance sow the seeds of their tragic love affair? Only one man knows for sure, and he remains silent: Howland Reed. The false spring ended abruptly. Rhaegar Targaryen allegedly abducted Lyanna Stark, sparking Robert's Rebellion, a war that tore the Seven Kingdoms apart. After a year of bloody conflict, the Targaryen dynasty lay in ruins. Eddard Stark, now Lord of Winterfell, rode south to retrieve his sister. With him were 6 trusted companions, including his closest friend from the Neck, Howland Reed. They arrived at a remote tower in the mountains of Dorne, a place Rhaegar had named the Tower of Joy. Guarding it were not common soldiers, but 3 of the most legendary knights of the Kingsguard, including the Lord Commander himself, Sir Arthur Dayne, the Sword of the Morning. Why were they there, guarding a tower, instead of by their prince's side on the battlefield? The answer lay inside with Lyanna Stark. The fight that followed became the stuff of legend, 7 against 3. Eddard Stark himself would later recount the tale, claiming that by the end, only he and Howland Reed were left standing. Ned, a formidable warrior, admitted he would have died at the hands of Sir Arthur Dayne, if not for Howland Reed. How did a small crannogman, not known for his prowess in combat, help defeat the greatest swordsman in the realm? Was it through poison, a net, or some other form of the crannogman's guerrilla warfare? Or perhaps it was a form of the green sight, the ancient magic of the first men that runs strong in the Reed's bloodline. The details are hazy, deliberately so. What happened next inside the tower would become the most protected secret in Westeros. They found Lyanna dying in a bed of blood. With her last breath, she made Ned promise her something, promise so profound, so dangerous, that Ned Stark would carry its weight for the rest of his life, guarding it even from his own wife. Ned returned from the south with a newborn baby he claimed as his own bastard son, Jon Snow. The official story was that Ned broke his vows during the war. But the timeline, the location, the sheer honor of Eddard Stark, it never quite added up. The only other living witness to that promise, the only one who truly knows the identity of Jon Snow's mother and the truth of his parentage, is Howland Reed. He holds the truth that Jon Snow is not a bastard, but the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark, the heir to the Iron Throne. A truth that is, in itself, a song of ice and fire. For nearly 2 decades since that day, Howland Reed has not left the swamps of the Neck. Greywater Watch, his home is a moving castle, a floating fortress that cannot be found by outsiders. From this seclusion, he has watched the Game of Thrones play out. He has seen the Starks fall one by one, yet his loyalty has never wavered. Sent his own children, Meera and Jojen, north to find Bran Stark and guide him to the three-eyed raven. This was not a small gesture. Jojen knew the journey would cost him his life, yet his father sent him anyway. Why? Because Howland Reed is not just a passive observer, he is a patient player. He understands the great war to come is not for the Iron Throne, but between the living and the dead. He knew Bran was the key, just as he knows Jon is the key. Howland Reed is the great chronicler of the Stark legacy. He is the keeper of the truth, the guardian of a promise. His seclusion is not cowardice. It is a calculated strategy. He is a man who understands that knowledge is the most powerful weapon of all, and that some truths can only be revealed at the right moment. He is waiting. Waiting for the right time to emerge from the swamps, to speak the words that will reshape the future of Westeros. The day he finally breaks his silence, the world will listen. His story is a testament to the idea that the quietest voices often carry the most weight, and that true loyalty endures through the darkest of nights. When the long night comes again, and the world needs its heroes, the little crannig man who went to a tourney may just be the one to save them all.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mystery of Howland Reed.
If you enjoyed this deep dive into the lore of Westeros, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories from the world of ice and fire. Let us know in the comments what you think Howland Reed's next move will be. Until next time, stay curious.